I rejected all the men who came into my life. Now I am lonely. Oh God, what have I done to myself? No husband or children. I am jumping from one prophet to another.
This youth is loud, confident, and blind. And wisdom is quiet and patient, often arriving when it is no longer needed. If you have ever believed you had time, if you have ever believed love could wait, then listen carefully. This is Angela's story. Angela was young, beautiful twice, as people like to say. Beauty followed her like a shadow, and confidence sat on her shoulders like a crown. Wherever she went, heads turned. Wherever she stood, attention gathered. She learned early that the world listened when she spoke. Angela was not only beautiful, she was smart. She worked hard, started her own business, and slowly built herself up from nothing. Money didn't rush in, but it stayed when it arrived. With money came freedom. Cars, jewelry, luxury apartments, expensive holidays. Men came too. They came with flowers, smiles, respect, and sometimes foolish courage. Some spoke gently, some spoke boldly, some tried too hard. Angela rejected them all. I don't need a man, she would say confidently. I can afford everything myself. As Angela's success grew, her heart slowly hardened without her noticing. At social gatherings, she became known for her sharp tongue. When men approached her politely, she responded with sarcasm. When they tried again, she embarrassed them publicly. Some laughed it off, others walked away wounded. Soon, men stopped trying. Angela took pride in that. At work, younger women admired her lifestyle, but feared her attitude. Some whispered that Angela had everything except peace. She overheard those whispers once and laughed loudly, pretending they didn't sting. But at night, she slept with the television on, not for entertainment, but to silence her thoughts. Her mother worried deeply. My daughter, she said one evening, life is not only about success. Even the strongest tree needs support when storms come. Angela laughed it off. This is a new generation, Mama. Women don't need men anymore. Her sisters tried to. You don't have to marry now, one said gently, but don't close every door, another added. Angela shut them down sharply. I'm not desperate, she snapped. Marriage is not an achievement. Instead, she listened to her closest friend, Chika. Chika was bold, outspoken, and fearless with words. Angela, she would say, you are self-made. Why would you need a man? Men are scum. They only slow women down. Let's enjoy our youth. And they did. They traveled together, partied together, laughed at men together. While others planned weddings, they planned trips. While others dreamed of children, they dreamed of more money. Angela felt powerful. But power can be lonely when shared with no one. There was one man who didn't laugh. His name was John. John was calm, hardworking, and deeply observant. He noticed Angela's sharp words, but he also noticed her quiet moments. He saw strength, but also exhaustion hiding behind pride. John spoke about Angela constantly to his best friend Michael. He said, she's strong, but she's lonely. She just doesn't know it yet. Michael warned him, love someone who is ready, not someone who sees love as a weakness. But John was already in love. When he finally told Angela how he felt, he spoke with respect and sincerity. He didn't ask for her money. He didn't promise luxury. He offered companionship. Angela laughed. So you want a shortcut? She asked coldly. You think because I have money you can benefit? John tried to explain. She didn't listen. That day, something broke quietly inside him. Soon after, John relocated abroad. Not to run away, but to breathe. John's life abroad was not easy at first. He worked long hours, faced rejection, slept in small rooms. There were nights he almost called Angela, but pride and memory stopped him. Slowly, he healed. When he met his future wife, he didn't fall instantly. What touched him was how she listened, how she respected his struggles, how she never made him feel small. John finally learned that love should feel like rest, not battle. Back home, time moved quietly around Angela. One evening, she attended a lavish wedding. Everything sparkled: the hall, the music, the smiles. As couples danced closely, Angela stood alone, holding a glass she didn't finish. A small girl ran past her, laughing. "Mommy!" the child shouted joyfully. Angela turned instinctively, then stopped. No one was calling her. For the first time, her chest tightened for no clear reason. She left the wedding early. Soon after, her birthday came. For the first time in years, the celebration was quiet. Chika sent a voice note instead of visiting. Her sister sent messages, not hugs. Her mother prayed silently for her. Angela sat alone in her luxury apartment, surrounded by expensive gifts she bought for herself. She blew out her candle alone and cried quietly afterward. Chika, the friend who once advised her against men, had moved on. She married, had children. Life became busy. Angela watched from a distance. Her beauty softened. Wrinkles appeared. Men no longer chased her. Those who came were already married, broken, or inserious. Angela had money, but no one to share silence with. As loneliness deepened, Angela became desperate. She attended night vigils, fastings, deliverance prayers. One prophet told her, "You chased destiny away." Another said, "Your pride closed your door." She left angry every time until anger turned to fear. She even tried traditional rituals she once mocked. Nothing changed. Money could no longer distract her. One afternoon, Angela saw a young couple arguing on the street. The woman was pregnant. The man looked stressed but loving. Angela shook her head. "They don't even have money," she muttered. But something inside her whispered, "At least they have each other." She ignored the voice. When Angela finally met John again at the fuel station, it wasn't jealousy she felt first. It was clarity. A luxury Mercedes-Benz S-Class pulled in beside her. The door opened. John stepped out, confident, peaceful, fulfilled. His wife stood beside him. His children laughed ahead of him. Angela froze. She realized John didn't become successful because he left her. He became successful because he found peace. She understood too late that love was never about money. John smiled politely when he saw her. Not lovingly, not angrily, just peacefully. Angela couldn't move closer. She drove away quietly. That night, she cried, not because she lost John, but because she finally understood. Now, my little advice to you, my fellow young ladies: strength is beautiful. Independence is powerful. But pride that rejects connection becomes loneliness. Build your life, but don't forget to build relationships. Because when the lights go off, money cannot laugh with you. Cars cannot comfort you. And success cannot hold your hand. If this story touched you, like this video. Comment below what lesson did you learn from Angela's story. And subscribe to Moonlight Stories Africa for more emotional African stories under the moonlight.